Then tell us how you can guarantee or how you can help a client to get a unit which is so hard to get.
My colleagues, my brokers, they're always a little scared of doing such things, but this is actually what I do and I don't get scared. So for me, it's very easy. Look, if the project was announced last month and the launch is after 1 week and you want the type of unit which is only 8 or 10 units or 20 units in the whole inventory, I will tell you, sir, better you go through another broker. These days we have this trend, I am from the number 1 company, or I am from the top company, or I am the platinum broker, or whatever. This is all, I think, all nonsense. These things doesn't work. It's nonsense because in the case of EOI especially, whoever submits first gets the unit first. It's very simple. And I really like the process of DOMINIC especially because you submit the EOI, you get the token number from the day one. And the same token numbers are being called on the launches. Right. So if I am somebody who thought about submitting the expression of interest 1 month, or let's say 1 week, 2-3 days before the launch, I'm saying I want to submit the expression of interest, and then expecting my broker to come do some magic and do abracadabra and bring the unit which I want, it doesn't work like this. So for me, I would rather suggest my Mr. Client to go to another broker and get it done, or give me an opportunity to explain him. If not this, and don't be very specific. Give me multiple options to choose from so that I can do the best for you. All right. Okay. Everybody have the links and resources, but at the end of the day, what works is the system. And the developers, when they design the system, we as brokers who are older in the market, we try to respect the system, and that's why they respect us. If some broker is not getting respects from the developer, it's just because they don't respect the system. They try to they overtake the system, and they just try to break the rules, and eventually they get caught, and that's why they don't get supports later on.
Makes sense.
Okay. So for a client, for an investor, this is my advice. Doesn't matter whatever you want to buy. It's fine. You want to buy this property or that property. The meaning of expression of interest is very simple. I don't know why you guys get scared. I see myself, I see my brokers, I see my colleagues, whenever they have a chance of submitting their own check instead of client's check, they do it. How a guy whose income is 10 times, 100 times less than you is okay to submit check and you are scared? You are scared of what? When a developer is telling you this is an EOI and it is present in the writing, it's written on writing, they're giving you in writing that this is refundable if you do not like the property.
Yeah, this is important to understand that this is not refundable, not bankable.
Yeah,
in the
it's not
beginning.
Bankable. Even if, okay, let's suppose in some cases you transfer the money. All right, you transfer the money. In a lot of cases, it happened. For my investors, I submitted the expression of interest. Sometimes we transferred money, and by the way, I'm talking about not 100,000, 200,000. We transferred 5 million, 6 million as an expression of interest. We did not like. We got it refund. This is how a seasoned investor operates. A wannabe investor, he's just trying to push himself to make him feel that he is an investor, but he is not. He's not that cooked. He's not ready for the market. He's not ready for the action. So obviously, me as a broker, my job is to educate him enough to understand how to do things, how to get things done, and how to make it work. Unfortunately, 99% of our colleagues are sales, but not advisors. Now, this is another problem. You try to close, you try to be good salespeople. Guys, we are not working for developers. We are not from sales. Our job is not selling properties. Our job, and we get paid on the basis of our information. The more information you have, the more advices you give, the better advice you give, the more chances for you to get paid. Your job is to educate people to become investors. right?
Yes,
And
yes,
if you
important.
if you find an investor, you drag him to the right opportunity. This is what your job is. Your job is not to pick up a pen and try to sell it. Oh, this is not like that. I see social media, I see actual meetings. Our guys are just trying to push individuals to buy X property. No, they don't listen. If you're not a good listener, you cannot advise somebody. You have to be a good listener before advising something to somebody. We just want to call a client and choke him with a lot of information for X property. So even if this is the best project in the market, you will scare him.
Yes, so educate knowledge is the most important skill in the market. And also one tricky question about upcoming plans of Dubai and launches. Don't you think that it could be oversupply of properties? So because every developer is coming with the project there, and the project is huge. So how many units will be in 4 years there? So what's
Are you talking about the communities coming next to Al Maktoum Airport?
Yes, exactly, near like Al Maktoum Airport, Jebel Ali site. It will develop more obviously in time. So what's this fear is coming from where? Like will it come true? Or why the strategy is so aggressive?
See, the strategy looks aggressive. If you're a smart person, in the beginning people will tell you are crazy, and they will not believe. And then once you will prove yourself, then they will admire you, they will follow you, they will make you mentor, and then they want to be like you. This is what Dubai is, right? So when Dubai started construction or started off announcing mega projects like Palm Jumeirah, Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab, all these projects when they were announced across the globe, people were saying these guys are crazy. Then once everything happened, everybody said, wow, these guys are smart, these guys are amazing, right? So only the people who are, nobody wants, if this is the thing, Dubai government, why they formed RERA, why they formed DLD, why everything in Dubai is so organized, with the fact that we have the safety, we are this is one of the safest city in the world, all right? Economically it's very stable, okay? Politically it's very stable, okay? Everything is so stable because everything is well planned. Now it looks like there will be a lot of villas coming around Al Maktoum Airport, but let's calculate. It's very easy to calculate. Again, I tell you, common sense or general knowledge is very important. Now let's say there is MR Oasis, there is 2 MR new communities, there is 1 DOMINIC new community. Okay, let's add more to it, to make it better for you, to make it more. Let's say Majid Al Futtaim is coming up with new community 10 minutes away from Al Maktoum Airport. Then Al Dar recently launched new community 10 minutes away from Al Maktoum Airport. Okay, then Miras is already having existing community, Acres. Okay, that is also 10 minutes away from it. All right, then Al Dar might launch a couple of new communities, also 10-15 minutes away from it. Now, let's say in each community, you have average of 1,500 units to 2,000 units. Okay, so 2,000 units multiplied by Oasis, so MR3 communities.
Yeah,
We are talking about 6,000 units. DOMINIC one community, 8,000 units. Al Dar new community, that was, I know the units, so there was like 1,400 units, so we are talking about 9,500 units. Okay, then we have Acres, another 1,500 units, so this is like approximately 11,000 units.
all right.
Okay, more or less, let's put it 12,000-13,000 units. Okay, 12 to 13,000 units. Now, how many units are available in one skyscraper? One skyscraper on average, let's suppose if the building is like 50 to 60 floors, each floor consists of minimum of 10 units. We are talking about 600 units in one building. on average, if it's 60 floor building. Okay, so how many units we discussed? 11 to 12,000.
Yes.
Right? 10 buildings equal to 60,000 units. 6,000 units. 20 buildings will be 12,000 units. So we are talking about 20 to 25 skyscrapers.
Equals to new communities near
All
to
those
airport.
new communities which I'm talking about, not even near, which are even 10. So we are talking about 10. We are talking about 20 to 25 buildings. I think these 25 buildings doesn't make any difference if you will add. So this is the thing. Dubai is more moving towards a mature market. Please try to understand. Dubai is not a place for travelers anymore, where people used to come here, work for a couple of years, make some money and go back to their countries, keeping their families in their home countries, or coming only for visit, having few parties and going back. It is not like this anymore. I just want to tell you that, even in my circle, I'm here for more than 10 years. So if I know 100 guys, let's suppose, I'm sure I know more than them. But that, let's say, all those 100 guys who started career with me back in 2013 and 14, now they are settled here with their parents, with their families, their wives, their kids. Their kids are going to school. All of them are settled. And how many people later on came and they settled down? And now these days I've seen the trend that people are actually moving with the families. This is, I'm telling you, my circle. Obviously, how many families I moved as a real estate broker from different countries to Dubai. People want to settle down. That is why you're not looking at overall picture. That is why there is a lot of improvement in the infrastructure, coming back to the hospitals, coming back to the universities, education sector. There is demand for everything, I just tell you one thing. If you're asking me oversupply, look at the traffic. We never had this traffic. Okay, go try to ask admission for your kids in schools. There is a waiting list. Okay, try to go to nice big hospitals for the treatment. There is a waiting list. So you want to book a table on the weekend? There is a waiting list. If it's a nice place.
So we see currently over demand. It will not happen, the oversupply.
Yeah, so supply, it's like what I'm telling you, that we calculated just now the units. We're talking about 12 to 13,000 units. Or after calculating all those communities, just last year 100,000 people moved to Dubai. If we go with the same pace and we are targeting the 2040, where we are expecting 3.5 million more population on top of whatever we have right now. 3.5 million population, let's suppose, divide 3.5 million by, let's say, 3. Okay, so we are talking about like family. Okay, so if I divide it by 3, we need at least 1 million or 1.2 million properties. Okay, if we need 1 million units, okay, we need to deliver for the next 15 years at least 70 to 80,000 units every year to match the demand. And even if we match the demand of this, the market will at least stay like this at this price, okay, at this position where it is growing. So obviously the prime locations will take advantage of it, better communities will take advantage of it, better infrastructure, better quality, bigger sizes, all those things will take benefit. So that is why you have to think 10, or you need to have a right advisor to tell you what to buy and what not to buy.
So current market, is it still good for investors?
Well, if it was not good for investors, then how all these projects are getting sold out? Why the prices are going high? Why the rents are going high?
Yeah, I'm asking this question because Dubai is expanding, I would say, how they say, the desert area, and people a little bit initially were scared, but it's as investment opportunity, is it, still as good as any premium properties, like beachfront properties?
Okay, beachfront properties, Daria, the thing is, if you wanted to invest in beachfront properties, you would have invested in Dubai 10 years back, when the beachfront properties were sold at 1,000 or 1,500 dirham per square foot. The same beachfront properties are being sold today for 10,000 dirham per square foot. Okay, so obviously you cannot bring more beaches, but you can always have more land. This is what the idea is behind it. Okay, so if you are an investor and you want to go for big tickets, you are still welcome. You can go invest in Palm Jebel Ali. It's a very good investment opportunity. Palm Jebel Ali is at the zero stage, and obviously there will be a lot of extraordinary projects coming up on the Palm Jebel Ali itself, apart from the villas. Villas is just the beginning. Obviously, you can expect a better Atlantis, you can expect a better Zabil Sarai, you can expect a better everything, a better version, a better water park, better everything. You know, so obviously Palm Jebel Ali is going to take maximum benefit when it comes to the D40 2040 plan and D33 33 plan. Obviously, right now it is slow, but bigger things come slower. You know, it takes time for the bigger things to come. So this is the thing. If you want to make a quick buck, you can go to the half developed communities. For example, Dubai Creek Harbor, I can call it half developed. You can pick up some locations in Maidan. All right, you can go and pick up in Dubai Land. Now Dubai Land itself is a community. So we take it as a Dubai Land as a community. So you can see how many projects are already completed in Dubai Land. So anything comes up like this Acres, or like Athlon by Eldar, or like Tilal Al Ghaf New Community, that is an opportunity for you. Here you can make quick buck. Quick buck meaning you can you just invest and you can wait like a couple of years and you will see capital growth, how it is going to go. And eventually Dubai is going to reach the price point of what the price you're paying in Singapore, what the price you're paying in London, the price you're paying in UK, in the New York, and still we are far behind those prices. We are at least 10 times lower than that. And we are obviously offering better infrastructure. We are using latest technology and all those things. See, there are a lot of things which matters. In some cases, people say why the off-plan project is more expensive than the ready project. In some cases it happens, but we are not realizing the fact that the off-plan project is a better quality, has better features, modern technology is being used in it. Obviously,
better communities,
Yeah,
lagoons, water features, whatever.
It add a lot of things to it. Just summarize the story that this is still a good market. There is a lot of scope of growth. With all due respect to all those people who are waiting for the market to crash, I don't think so it is going to crash. To slow down, I don't think so it is going to slow down. For the next, I don't know, as for my experience, for the next 5 years, the market is not going to slow down. Don't expect any corrections, because this time the market is growing organically. It's an organic market, but it's not a bubble. Bubble is very simple to know. Bubble is the one where the rents are not increasing, the ready properties are empty and nobody is buying, and the prices for ready properties are going down, and the off-plan projects are getting sold out. That is a bubble. Here, this is not the case. The ready property prices are going high every year, between 10 to 15% on average. Rentals are going high between 10 to 20% on average every year. So it's an organic market, and there is an organic demand for it, because a lot of people are moving towards Dubai, and this you can just check from the immigration department, and you will know how many visas and how many golden visas have been issued from the last couple of years.
It's great, great summary, great news. Dubai is still safe and good for investment.
Yes.
Thank you.